So just a very quick update. I did receive even further comments from Nathan, the owner of Wealth Warriors. I'll just give you a quick sort of overview here. As you can see there. So I won't spend too long on this because I think I've addressed, this kind of already. So we get the gist of what this guy's like. So more comments that popped up, and they were much the same thing. They were actually almost exactly the same comments, almost word for word. Some of them were more threatening. So some of them were more threatening to sue me, threatening to get the Wealth Warriors community to make videos about me and call me out, and also himself to make videos about myself as well. So quite interesting, some of these comments. More attacking me for being broke comments. In my opinion, if someone's broke, then they come into some way of making a lot of money and being successful, and then they want to mock broke people. That's really poor character for that person. I mean, it's that you were in that position and you're mocking broke people. That's really poor form. That really shows your true character, in my opinion. So, a couple of these ones, so a couple more comments there, and then these have all been deleted since. So he has gone and deleted every single comment. Someone's obviously told him to do it, or maybe he's taken my advice in the previous video. But the problem is they still showed him a notification. So I wake up this morning and I still had all these comments. Heaps of stuff on there. See, this is why if this video is not removed, you'll be sued for copyright, blah, blah, blah. You signed. I checked the document. There was no infringement on there. The document looked like it was written up by a 3-year-old anyway, but I deleted it just out of good context. It was the video where I actually went through and gave a very high level view of what the modules look like, basically, but I didn't go into any actual content of that, so nothing was breached there. But anywho, more complaining. I only showed up to 2 coaching calls. We went through that. It's just the same thing over and over again, guys. Just more comments here that just kept coming. So I woke up this morning to a whole bunch of notifications. It was like he just went on a rant. Heaps of stuff in there. So thanks for the laughs. This was a very common one. I was getting so many saying thanks for the laughs. Blah blah blah, you didn't show up, we have video proof. I got quite a few of them saying, quite a few messages saying there's going to be video proof and all that kind of stuff. So very interesting. Very interesting, the response that I got. Actually it was expected because I know his character, but I just thought I'd give you a quick update because I said I didn't want to make any more videos. In the last video I launched, I basically gave the advice of just drop it. It wasn't a personal attack. It didn't start off that way anyway. It was just a review. And I woke up this morning to, like 10 or 12 extra comments, all saying the same crap. But if you're thinking of joining the Wealth Warriors program, this gives you insight into the character of the person who owns it, and what they think of broke people as well, even though they claim to have been one themselves. That's all the same story with a lot of these programs. They're an ex-plumber or an ex-this or an ex-that, an ex-electrician, an ex-engineer. And one day I was walking the dog and I just came across this idea on my head, and now I'm making millions, and you can too by joining my program. It's a lot of the same stuff with these guys, and the difference is those guys at least can be a little bit convincing of it. So look, take it or leave it how you want. As I said in the last video, I have still got the last review up where I don't show the content. I just give my thoughts and my experiences. And I've also still got the video up where I addressed the 2 comments prior to these like dozen that came through afterwards. I only got the opportunity to address 2 of those comments, unfortunately, but we get the gist of this guy anyway, so I don't have to dive into each one of these like I did in the last one. It's just a very quick catch up to say I did receive a whole bunch of other comments. I was hoping we could just put it to bed, but if it keeps going, I'll just keep putting stuff up so we can address it and we can make sure that everything's out in the open and clear. So hopefully this gives you some insight into who you're going to be dealing with if you do join the Wealth Warriors program. As I said in the last video, my experience was that over 85% of people hadn't even made any form of return, let alone a break even. Yes, the community in there did seem positive. They seemed like they they seem like they were optimistic, I guess you could say. Unfortunately, that it is a very new course, though. I think it launched end of 2022, start of 2023, around there. So it is still relatively new, and I guess a lot of people might be in that sort of initial stage of, well, I've only been here for 6 months or 8 months or whatever it may be. So, maybe it's still yet to come, but there's going to be a point in time, generally a couple of years in, where people start to go, hang on a second, I've been doing this for a couple of years and I've got nothing, what's going on? And then they sort of realise, okay, this is what's going on. So hopefully you've got some value out of this. Hopefully we don't get any further comments from this douchebag. And my honest opinion is, and I've said this before in previous videos, I think there are some good people in that community. I think that some of the leaders in that community are pretty good, and they're professional, and they're quite intelligent. No, I didn't get anything from them in terms of any sort of results. To be honest, that's my opinion. But they conduct themselves a lot better. And my honest thoughts are, everyone knows about a weakest link. If you've got someone who is acting like this, like an absolute child, and they're your business partner, it's going to affect your business. My honest opinion on that one is, some of those guys need to look at each other and kind of go, well, hang on, are we really sort of doing ourselves a favour here? I reckon the program and the communication would have been better without this joker. That's my opinion. Take it or leave it. But hopefully I've been insightful and given you something to think about here and some sort of thoughts. So if you are considering going this way, each to their own. But hopefully I've been able to help you on that decision. Peace out.